So let's talk about small changes, big returns. So the most powerful principle of influence. So then he went through this case study about this survey participation, and yeah, I mean, that's obvious. Like, okay, just clearly communicate the purpose and benefits of a survey. I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously you should do that, right? So highlighting the potential impact and improvements that can result from their feedback. And that's something actually we have done for our customers email list as well. Like sometimes we just send them different kinds of surveys just to learn more about certain things, certain things about their products and about our brand, and like are they understanding our messaging? Is it clear and that kind of stuff. So I mean, when you have an email list, you can definitely, I mean, you should definitely do this and send them some surveys just to learn more about your products and brand, and not necessarily about not necessarily meaning technical things, but you will also learn about your messaging and your like marketing, that like, are you doing the right things in your marketing? So, but I mean, it's always an issue that, I mean, it can be pretty difficult in getting customers to participate in these surveys. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we obviously need to give some kind of incentive. I mean, we need to communicate the purpose and benefits, and then highlight the potential impact and improvements that can result from the feedback. But I mean, let's say that if we are doing it for our own like customers, our email list, then we can add different kind of incentive that, oh, okay, I mean, there's kind of raffle now or something like this. But yeah, then I mean, really emphasizing how this input is really valuable, and avoiding this overwhelming or long complex surveys. But yeah, but this pretty much goes without saying. But interesting thing is also this timing, meaning that, I mean, it matters like different days, different periods when you actually send these surveys. But I mean, as Amazon sellers, this is not really that I mean that's significant for us, meaning that we cannot do this inside of Amazon. I mean, we can do this to our own email list. So that's basically the only way we can make benefit of this surveys. But yeah, I mean, obviously you need to have like mobile optimization, responsive, and because let's face it, like nowadays, like mobile use is just such a huge part. So if you don't have, then it actually you will lose a lot of people. And then what we also do is that when we have done these kind of different kind of surveys, I mean we also like share these survey results, and then making the customers aware of the changes that are made based on their feedback. And this is actually something that you can do already, like actually inside of Amazon as well, meaning that encourage customers to give you feedback about the products and so on. And then if you do something based on that feedback, because let's say that, I mean, when you sell on Amazon, it's typical that like customers just start giving you suggestions that, hey, maybe you should try this. I don't like the way that this product is packed in such a way. So if you pack it in a different way, I mean, you could actually save space. So you wouldn't need to pack it in such a big box. So you could actually reduce it by 25%. And I mean, so that's just a suggestion for you. So when you get this kind of suggestions, and if you actually decide to, I mean, obviously the first response is saying that, yeah, I mean, cool, thanks for your suggestion. I mean, we will look, I mean, I will forward it to our product development team, and they will consider it. But if it happens that you make changes, and since we are like small companies, it's easy for us to do changes, because it means that it might be that, hey, you're the one who's reading the email, and you're the one who's discussing with the supplier, you're the one who's actually making the decisions based on packaging or whatever. So I mean, you are able to make, as a business owner, all those decisions that are needed in order to make the change happen. So if it happens that you make the change, then always, I mean, make the customer aware that, hey, thanks for your feedback. As a result, we decided to make this change in our packaging. This is how the new packaging actually will look like. So thanks a lot for your suggestion. I mean, we really appreciate it, and so on, because that definitely will increase like brand loyalty. And I mean, people do this for small things as well. Like, let's say that including the, I think like one time we got some suggestion that, hey, you should add this kind of text there in the packaging. Or I mean, I saw that you have these instructions, but your instructions didn't say this or that or whatever. And hey, I noticed that you have a video on the product listing, how to use this product, but I didn't find, I never actually saw the video, because I mean, the video is not mentioned anywhere on the instructions or whatever. So I suggest that you guys add it to your instructions as well. I mean, how to use this product, how to access this video. I mean, because it would have made assembling the product much easier. I mean, I remember we got that feedback one time, and so that's easy to change, right? Okay, let's just, yeah, that's good feedback. I mean, we should mention the video on the instructions as well. So so I mean, let's just do the change and immediately let the customer know that, hey, I mean, thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, that's a good point. So as a result, we made this change, and we I mean, the new batch should already have the new set of instructions. So thanks for the feedback, because once you do this, once you do that, and if people are able to make an impact on your brand, I mean, that will immediately increase like brand loyalty, and that's a good way how to like really get these raving fans for your brand. But yeah, let's move on. So this is actually one thing that Cialdini talks about already in the original book, Influence. So the principle of scarcity. So when people perceive something as limited or scarce, they feel a sense of urgency and fear of missing out, driving them to make a decision. I mean, driving them to take action and make a decision quickly. Yeah, and same thing is like when you walk to a restaurant, and let's say that you are the only customer there, how do you feel? I don't know about you guys, but I immediately feel like suspicious that I'm the only customer here. Like, can this restaurant really be that good? But if it's all packed and it's difficult to get inside, then obviously you get this impression that, hey, I mean, this must be a great restaurant. So, because I mean, it's almost there's almost no spaces. I mean, there's just one table left. And this is unfortunate, but very human behavior. That what you can also see is that like what kind of language actually impact people more. So is it about achieving something or losing something? Like, what is more? What makes a bigger impact? What makes a bigger impact? What's a better way how to, if you want to make the person to take action on something? So should you really emphasize what they can achieve, or should you should you emphasize what they will lose if they don't take action? And unfortunately, with us human beings, we need to be emphasized what are we losing. So using the loss language. So example is that, okay, save X amount of per day versus lose $1 a day or whatever. I mean, immediately, I think it comes back down to like different kinds of there's the concept of fear and desire. So there's two motivating factors for every human behavior, and it's usually like fear and desire. And desire is something that, yeah, I want to change my life. I want to become fit. I want to I want to be healthy. I want to be wealthy. I want to have like house. I want to have this car or whatever. I mean, those are all just desires. So what tends to happen is that, I mean, that's just they're not even goals. They're just some dreams. But if we actually end up in a situation that, hey, I mean, you need to if you don't work out, then you're gonna like become sick. You're gonna lose something. So you're gonna lose your health. You're gonna lose money. Then immediately it has better odds in changing our behavior. So losing something is twice as motivating to take action than gaining something. So it's pretty incredible. I mean, how big of a difference it is. So I mean, obviously, I mean, I knew that it's quite different. It's like easier to get people to do something if you just emphasize the loss. But I actually didn't realize that it's this big of a difference. So it's actually twice as motivating. And then fear of missing out. And there's actually this theory that as human beings, like, we are more obsessed about this fear of missing out now than ever before. And the reason is that we are just all connected. We all of us have this device on our pockets, which basically which can make us connected all the time, and we have all the information available, which means that we are more concerned about missing out on something, meaning that it seems to be difficult for people to commit to something. Say that, okay, I mean, you commit to going to some place a week from now or 2 weeks from now, because it seems that people have this like built-in tendency nowadays that what if something better comes along? So it basically is that you fear that you're missing out on something by committing to something else. And of course, I'm saying yes to something means that you are going to say no to something else. So instead of saying sell to advantages, positive experiences, and what they're going to get from your product, I mean, you can use this, that I would hate for you to lose these benefits. And then obviously, I mean, why does Amazon do these like lightning deals, the day of the deal of the days and so on, best deals and whatnot? I mean, it's because when there's a limited time deal, I mean, it has a strong incentive for people to take action. That, okay, maybe you haven't even thought about buying different camera accessories, but hey, I mean, it's on sale today, so I will buy it just in case I need it. So what we can actually do on Amazon is to offer these time-limited discounts or promotions and emphasize that customers will miss out on the opportunity to save if they don't act quickly. So exclusive benefits, so emphasize that these exclusive benefits will be lost if they delay their decisions. And then different kinds of testimonials. Oh, this was actually interesting. Several testimonials or reviews from other customers who regretted not taking advantage of the offer earlier. And yeah, actually you can see this in many like many marketing campaigns, especially in the US. Like you can usually see this like part in where some people are saying that I only regret I have this, that I didn't start sooner, whatever it is. I didn't start using this product earlier because I was having this health issue. So it would have helped me, or I would have earned more, or it would have made my workouts easier, or something else. So the biggest mistake that Cialdini like mentioned there is that you can focus only on selling the benefits of a product without mentioning any time limitations or scarcity. So this was actually interesting as well, that using weakness as a strategy. And when you think about it, I mean, it doesn't really make sense. Like using weakness as a strategy. So what does it mean? So let's see what are the like strengths and weaknesses in persuasion. So this means that you intentionally highlight your flaws or vulnerabilities to gain trust, sympathy, or an advantage in certain situations. So example is this L'Oreal. So I'm sure everyone is like familiar with the slogan that you're worth it. Like especially like some decades ago, but I actually didn't know that what they made this change there, that we are expensive, but you're worth it. So that was actually the origin for this slogan. That I mean, nowadays they just use this "you're worth it" thing, but I mean, the point was that pretty much they used this way to that, hey, I mean, L'Oreal products are expensive, but negates the weakness, then leads them to your strengths instead. So this is actually really interesting thing, that you can establish instant trust by mentioning a weakness or drawback early in the message, and then transitioning to the strengths of your product and really make it about the customer. And yeah, I mean, this is absolutely something that we can do on Amazon, and we can use our marketing. Because let's say that we are the most expensive product, but I mean, and on Amazon, it's going to be so obvious, because everything is visible there. Everything is transparent. All the competitors are there on the same page as you are. So let's say that we are not only a bit more expensive. Let's say that we are significantly more expensive. So if we just, put the cat on the table instantly and talk about the drawback immediately, then I mean, it gives this sense of relief and sense of trust for the customer that, okay, I mean, so this is the reason why this brand, this product is much more expensive than all the other ones. Yes, I mean, we are expensive. That's only because we use the finest products, finest parts, and finest ingredients in the world to build this product that, I mean, far superior, like all the competitors, all the competing products in the marketplace, or something else, or whatever. So this is actually an interesting way how you can use any kind of weakness I mean, as a part of the strategy. And I mean, if you're expensive, if the product is high price, then it's definitely a weakness in that sense, because if it's significantly higher price than all the other ones, then I mean, price is the main driving factor for making these buying decisions. So if there's no reason that why one product is more expensive than the others, then I mean, then people tend to go with the price that costs less. And like we have talked before, like people really don't want the best product, because that means the best product is typically the most expensive product. So most people are not willing to pay that much. So instead, they actually want the product that just meets their needs and is pretty much like good enough to meet the needs that they have. All right, so any questions? But yeah, this L'Oreal L'Oreal slogan is actually interesting. I never knew about the origin. I mean, I was familiar with this "You're Worth It" slogan, but I didn't realize that they actually had. I mean, I didn't know the whole slogan that it's actually called "We are expensive, but you're worth it."